The laughter hit me first, sharp, glittering, and cruel. It cut through the hum of the restaurant, like a blade. I hadn't even sat down yet when I heard her voice, my wife's voice, carrying above the noise. "Worthless," she said, chuckling. I swear, sometimes I feel like I married a man who doesn't do anything right. The table erupted in laughter. I froze by the entrance, fingers tightening around a bouquet of flowers I'd picked up on the way, her favorite lilies. It was supposed to be a small surprise. She'd been distant for weeks, and I thought maybe dinner with her friends would remind her I still cared. But standing there unseen, I felt something inside me twist. When she finally noticed me, her face drained of color. "Ethan," she stammered, "you're early." I forced a smile, set the flowers on the table, and sat down. Didn't mean to interrupt. Her friends shifted uncomfortably. One reached for her drink. Another mumbled something about the food. The laughter had vanished, leaving only the scraping of forks and the pounding of my heart. For the next hour, I played the part, polite smiles, empty small talk. But every time I looked at her, I saw the way she laughed at me, not with me, how easily she'd toss away the man who once made her promise forever. When the check came, I didn't wait for her. I stood up, grabbed my jacket, and walked out into the night without saying a word. She didn't follow. The drive home was silent. The lilies sat on the passenger seat, their scent thick and mocking. I thought of all the little things, how she used to leave notes in my lunch, how she'd whisper, "You're my safe place," before falling asleep. Somewhere along the line, that version of us had vanished. When I reached the house, her perfume still lingered in the hallway. I dropped my keys on the counter and sat in the dark, the weight of humiliation pressing on my chest. My phone buzzed. A text from her. "Ethan, can we talk when I get home? Please." I stared at it for a long time before typing back. "Sure." 2 hours later, headlights swept across the living room wall. The door opened softly, like she was afraid to wake a ghost. She stood there, coat half off, eyes red. "I didn't mean what I said," she whispered. "It was stupid. I was just trying to make them laugh." "By calling me worthless?" I asked quietly. She winced. "Ethan, you've been so distant. I didn't know how else to. Make me feel small?" I cut in. "That's how you connect now?" She sank onto the couch, burying her face in her hands. For a moment, I almost reached out, the habit of years. But something in me resisted. Then her phone buzzed on the table. A message preview flashed before she snatched it up too quickly. But I saw enough. "Can't wait to see you again. Tonight was rough." "Huh? XOM." My stomach dropped. "Who's M?" I asked. Her lips parted, but no sound came. That silence told me everything. I stood there, feeling the world tilt. The betrayal wasn't just the words tonight. It was months of distance, of her coldness, of late nights at work. "How long?" I asked, voice breaking. Tears filled her eyes. It didn't mean anything. "Don't," I said. "Don't lie to me on top of it." She started to cry, whispering apologies. I couldn't listen anymore. I grabbed my jacket, the same one I'd worn when I left the restaurant, and walked toward the door. "Ethan, please," she begged. "Don't just leave." I turned once, looked at her, the woman I thought I knew, and said quietly, "You already did." Then I stepped outside. The night air was cold, but it felt clean. Somewhere behind me, she was crying, but I kept walking down the street, past the parked cars, past the life we'd built. The bouquet of lilies still sat in the passenger seat of my car, wilted and forgotten. I didn't know where I was going. Only that for the first time in months, I wasn't pretending anymore.